But I think you need to go through this kind of challenges, battle in your life in order to, sit sometimes and step back and be honest with yourself and acknowledge your own mistakes and own them, be accountable in order to move forward.
Hello, I'm Eline Perez and you're listening to Are You an Artist? Today's episode is with Amandine NGuimbous, who shares how she wrote a TV show at 15, a book from the hospital, and why having the right people around you matters. If this podcast resonates with you, you can support it via the link in the description. It makes a real difference. And here is my conversation with Amandine. And you are my first guest of the new season. Dear Amandine, when I first saw you in a dance class in London, asking questions with so much energy and your French accent, I thought, I want to be friends with her.
Oh.
So I came to talk to you at the end of the class, and here we are. Since then, I've read your book, I Wish I Knew This in My 30s, which I still find kind of crazy. And I feel like I know a bit more about you. You're always so full of enthusiasm and energy, and you also come across as incredibly kind and generous. But I'm still really curious and excited to do this episode with you. Amandine, are you an artist?
Oh, that's a great question. First of all, thank you for these kind words. I didn't expect that, I know I am a great person, but I didn't know that you had this vision of me, so thank you. So to your question, I am an artist. I don't know. What I know is I have this creativity. I've been writing for a long time. I was also trying to draw cartoons, So what I can say is I really like arts. I really like my creativity. But an artist, I don't know. What is the definition of an artist?
I think it really depends on people. That's usually what I ask, actually. What would be your definition of an artist?
My definition would be someone with a real talent, I would say. Someone who can be creative, imagine, build story. An artist could be a singer, a painter, a dancer, even someone who can do craft or... That's what really I think, someone who can think outside the box. This is so tech, but outside the box and who can really create a universe. Mm-hmm. And it could be any universe, because when I say creating a universe, people, they may think about Twilight or, Lord of the Rings, but it's not just that, those are artists too. But, when you dance, you create an universe, you feel this energy and the impact you manage to have on people, this is where you could consider yourself an artist, because it means that the way you act, the way you dance, the way you sing, your attitude, your energy, when it has an impact on someone, that's the game changer. And I think this is my definition of an artist.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
And what kind of child were you?
Ooh. Well, good thing this podcast is in the UK, so thank God my friends in Paris and in Normandy won't hear it. I was nice, a bit of a princess. But what I would say is I always had a big heart. I always had amazing friends, amazing family. I had the chance to have an amazing mom, amazing sister. So I think I have a big heart. Also, I was really impatient. I wanted everything now. And also, everything I was seeing on TV, I thought it was a real life. So that's why when I grew up...
You romanticize everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything I was watching on TV, movies, musics, for me, they had this impact in my life. And I think I was in this bubble and I didn't realize what was the real world. I was in this bubble. And it's only when I grew up, hence the book, for the one who read the book, I realized that, yes, life is hard. Life is hard, so I thought I was in a movie. I thought life was a rom-com. You have a beginning and the outcome is always positive. So that was my vision of life, yes.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember what age you started to write?
So, what happened, I started to draw, I know. So what I was doing basically was cartoon with dialogues.
Okay.
So I think I would say around 7, 8. And after I say, okay, I can write, scenario, dialogue, novels. And I started to write at the time it was workbook because I'm quite old. I didn't have a laptop at the time. So I was writing in proper workbook. So I started to write novels. So it was around 12. But I read those novels. I wasn't that good. But look, in my head, I was
That is crazy already to just write a novel at 12.
Well, 12, a novel, because I remember I was at school and every holidays. So we were going on holidays, but I will say 1 month we were going on holidays, and the second month I was in language schools maybe in the UK or elsewhere. And we had also these writing classes where you had these, I will say, challenges when you needed to write a novel, but only 3 pages novels. And I love these challenges. So this is where I started to write novels, scenario. This is how I started. And I think when I was 18, my mom bought me my first laptop. At the time, it was something.
Yeah.
At the time, it was something. Because I'm sure if those Gen Z, Gen Alpha listen to this podcast, they will say, okay, laptop, thank you, girl. We got it. We have an iPad. But at 18, at the time, it was something, So I had my first laptop. We didn't have Netflix at the time. I'm like, we had internet, but what do you want to write on internet? I'm like, oh, okay. So everything I've been writing, on my workbook, I can do it from the laptop. And this is where I started my first TV show.
Oh my God.
Yeah. My first TV show. And I remember it was I Hate New York or something like that. It was my first TV show. 7 seasons.
You wrote 7 seasons?
7 seasons. And even spin-off. Yes, I did it, girl.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, actually, yeah. But it's not that good.
I would love to read it.
Okay, we'll send it to you, but I think it's not that good. You're going to say, girl.
But of course, always the first time you write something is never good, right?
No, it wasn't good because, I finished the second book and I started a new book. If I started to write a new book, I almost finished. And I was like, oh, okay, Amandine. Sometimes I like to reread my old novel or scenario and do my, the edits. And I was checking this Hate New York one, the one I wrote. I was 18. But I wrote it from the age of 18 until maybe 22, 23.
That's so much, 7 seasons.
Yeah, yes.
How many episodes?
So it was, I think, 21, 22 episodes. But it was at the time, that's the influence also. We had one thrill, we had Vampire Diaries, and it was maybe 22 episodes in one season.
But you must have written so much.
Yeah. And also when I was in law school, let's be honest, I felt lonely. My eating disorder wasn't great. I'm talking about it in the book. That's why I'm quite open about it. And I was feeling really, really lonely. I was working on weekends, and writing was a good escape, I would say. So yes, 22 episodes.
And you were studying law?
Yeah, exactly.
In Paris?
Yeah, in Paris. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I didn't like it. You don't like it?
No joke.
Yeah. I was also dancing at the time. I was part of the, you have this dance school in the Marais. So, West African dance was really good.
Oh, wow.
So, no, I had the chance to live in Paris, to have my life in Paris, which I love. I was writing in Paris, I remember. I was writing a lot in Paris after my ex-fiancé, who is actually mentioned a lot in the book. It was actually one of the few who was pushing me to publish my book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, him and my mom.
Okay.
Yes, both of them.
So when did you finish your book?
The first one?
Yeah.
So the first one, I finished it end of April.
Okay.
And the French version was published end of May.
Okay.
And I had my launch party in June.
Oh.
Yeah. I was quite proud of myself.
Yeah.
But also disappointed that I waited that long to publish the book, to self-publish.
Why did you wait?
I was really secretive.
It is a very personal book.
It's really a personal. Yeah, it's really personal because usually all my writing, it's novel. It's only fiction. It's the first time in my life that I write about me. The only time I wrote about me was in my diary, obviously, which I never showed to anyone. I know my mom was looking into it, but whatever. But it was only me. So this one was really personal. But those past 2 years were quite challenging. And the way it happened, actually, I think I mentioned it in the book. I wanted to write a podcast.
Yeah.
And I was writing it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write the book. Yeah. And my mom she always told me, write the book. I was like, yes, yes, yes. After, unfortunately, she passed a few years ago. I was sad, which is normal. After my ex and I, we broke up. It was really sad. And let's be honest, I was at my lowest. And I started to write. And I was like, okay, Amandine, what do you do? I said, okay, I'm going to publish it. And fun fact, like I said, my ex was the one always pushing me to publish it. And when I was writing the book, I was reading him every chapter because I'm quite harsh with him in the book and with his family and the relationship. But he actually helped me and gave me his feedback, you know. So, yeah, he really supported me in the writing process and also in the launch party. He really supported me. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful, yeah, indeed, yeah.
Oh.
No, that's good. I think it's really important to be honest with yourself, right?
Yeah.
We were not a great match. And I think what happened was a blessing in disguise. Definitely. We were not so good match. That's life, you know, but it doesn't mean that this person was a mean person, right? And me too. I know I can have my temper. I can be a bit demanding. I know I have high expectation for people surrounding me. People could feel oppressed. This I understand.
Yeah.
So I'm actually working on it a lot. So it's not a one-way street, it's a two-way street, you know. But I think you need to go through this kind of challenges, battle in your life in order to, you know, sit sometimes and step back and be honest with yourself and acknowledge your own mistakes and own them, be accountable in order to move forward.
And now you're writing again.
I'm writing again. So last year I was in a bad shape and I spent a few weeks at the hospitals. I had 2 strokes. It was quite I almost died actually. Yeah, it was sad.
The way you say it. Wait, I almost died actually. Kind of a survivor, really.
Exactly. Yeah, I almost died. It was sad. But I'm okay now.
I mean, she's here.
No, but really not the serious thing. Yeah, it was sad. But I'm okay now. But so I was in my bed because I had and I still have an eating disorder, and it got really, 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 really worse. And at some point, I was on the bed, like at the hospital, it was me and the table because you have the stroke, so they need to keep you. Also, you have the detox, so you had to deal with the stroke. So hence the heart problem, the lung problem. Also, the food. So it was basically a detox. So you have the parallel group, you have the therapy. It was, really, really challenging. And it was me in my bed, my table, and my laptop. What do we do? What do we do? So at the time I remember I finished to write the first book, but I didn't do the translation in French. So for all this time, I did the translation in French, the editing, I did it all by myself. After, from October last year, I said I'm going to start the second book. And the second book was about my illness and the time I was at the hospital. It was about my day-to-day life because, again, what I said, I had an eating disorder. And I still have the eating disorder. And I gained more than 50 kilos, or maybe 60 kilos. And it became really worse that I had issue to walk. For instance, I'm doing this podcast with you. A year ago, no, this would have been impossible because just the fact to walk, I would say from my place to the station, I had to stop at least 10 times. Yeah, in true story. It's because you saw me at the 10th class.
Yeah.
So I understand it's difficult for you to believe. And even for people who follow me on Instagram, they won't believe me because I'm always dancing. I'm dancing 8 hours per week. So
You're quite active. Yeah,
I'm quite active. That's true. So no one will ever believe me. Maybe if I show you a picture, you will believe me. But really, I had issue to walk, to breathe, just to sit. It was a challenge. I was only sleeping, I would say max 2 hours per night for almost 2 years. Hence, the body doesn't follow. I was swollen, my feet, I wasn't even able to wear my shoes or my socks. And on that note, because I know we are talking about the second book, okay? I know I'm not really structured, but whatever. But on that note, huge thanks to my friend Alex and also Nico, who's my friend now. They really helped me to go through this, knowing, but not help me, oh, let's go for coffee. No. They were there for me. They were there for me. When I say they were there for me, they were helping me to wear my socks. I wasn't able to wear my socks, to wear my shoes. So this is that kind of friendship. And trust me, well, this is really, really rare. So really shout out to those two people, but not only them, because I'm going to be unfair, because some people really support me, came to see me at the hospital. Also, I really need to highlight the fact that people have their own life, they have their own struggle, okay? And also, I was basically saying, do not come to see me at the hospital, because I'm too ashamed to be at the hospital because I am obese. And I think it's one of the second time I voice it out loud, actually in a podcast. On internet. Yeah. So I was basically at the hospital because I was obese. And yeah, that's the third time now that I'm voicing it. So I was ashamed. This is what I want to illustrate in the second book. And this second book will be the last one about me.
Okay.
Because I never write about me.
Yeah.
I never write. Usually it's novel. It's TV show. Just in case. Shonda. Voilà, but I never write about me. This will be the last one because I want a proof, I want to remember.
And it's so important for other people who are living same situations.
Definitely.
To read it. It's so powerful.
So powerful, really. When I went back to dance, I struggled. I need to find the video so I can show you. I was struggling. I was barely moving. Just the effort to get up.
And go to the class.
Get ready before the class.
Yeah.
I remember I was waking up, maybe I was on time. Now I'm not on time anymore because I'm faster. But yeah, I was waking up 2 hours before. Like all organization, I wasn't taking the tube, I was taking the bus all the time. Or maybe Ubers. Oh my God, how much I was spending on Ubers because I wasn't feeling comfortable in the tube with all those stairs.
Yeah.
No, not Uber. I was taking taxi because I was too large to fit in an Uber. Otherwise, I was taking Uber Comfort so I can be too large. And some people, they were saying, Amandine, you're such a princess, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes, I was a princess. But also the reason why I was taking Uber or sometimes black cab is because I was too large and in a black cab I was comfortable.
There's no access. Yeah.
Exactly. And I was comfortable.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And when I was coming to you, I knew that in the Victorian building, in those buildings, you don't have lift. I know. But before, I would have found an excuse not to come.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm quite proud of myself. Because the Amandine a year ago,
it's a completely different person.
Yeah, I was my shadow. I was the shadow. I wasn't myself again. So now I'm so proud of myself. And that's why now I'm being unapologetic. So I know I'm not skinny. I'm not a size 4, but whatever. I'm still continuing my health journey. And that's why I want to transcribe, to illustrate in my second book. But again, this will be the last one about me.
Wow.
Yeah. And after the one is the romance. I finally understood that romance is not the only purpose of life. Because before, for me, the aim of your life was to find love and after everything will come. No.
But also a lot of movies are just about that.
This is how I grew up. That's why I started my book. I think it was the first or second chapter. I say, I don't do rom-com. No, I'm lying. I love rom-com. But I know that this is just cinema.
Yeah.
Someone will never meet you in the station and say, oh, oops, look, this is your magazine. No. Your magazine's on the floor. No, I'm moving. Move. Please move. Sorry. So now you need to be business driven. You need to, you need to explore your creativity, because we need to be honest. You have some people, they want your own good, but I will say from your entourage, this will be 10% of the population. And yes, I'm being harsh here, but
that's the truth.
That's the truth.
I had a bit of that with like dance, I thought like going out of my dance school, everybody would come to me and be like,
No.
do you want to be my dancer?
No. 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 You need to go and fight for your life. Even when you are in audition, they don't care. Like, it's you. And also, you have so many good dancers in London and in the world. So you need to be a dancer. You need to be an excellent dancer, okay? So even though, if you don't have your own identity, your own style, at some point, everyone wanted to be Britney, so you had 1,000 Britney. But now people, they don't want, you can be blonde, blue eyes, beautiful, and that's great, really, that's great. But they still want an identity. You still need to have a style, a certain, you see my point?
Yeah.
Identity. I saw dancers, they were gorgeous. Okay. So what is your petit truc en plus? What's the difference, okay? What's your game changer?
Yeah.
What is it? Your identity.
Yeah.
Because now being different is the trend. At the time, we all wanted to be Britney, Christina. Even unfortunately, you had Black Sister, so they were dancer. They were only putting them in hip-hop, R&B, video clip. And if I'm wrong, feel free to comment in podcast and say, Amandine, you're wrong, and I apologize for it. But can we do classical dance and be in black,
Yeah.
Because you have discrimination.
Oh, yes.
You have discrimination. Why not? We can be a ballet dancer. We can be a ballet dancer and be black. But how many black ballet dancers do we have? Oh, some people, they will say, oh, but look, this woman, let's call her Amandine. This woman, Amandine, she's a chorégraphe, so that's great. Chorégraphe, it's below principal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even principal dancer, you're not even an étoile,
Yeah.
So because you have étoile, principal dancer, chorégraphe, and after you have what?
I think it's remplaçant.
Remplaçant, and you have le corps de ballet also. No?
Oh, so maybe corps de ballet and then remplaçant.
Ouais, corps de ballet is really like it's from the beginning, I think, when you started the company.
Yeah.
So they will say, oh, you have a few black dancers in the corps de ballet, in the chorégraphe. Ouais, okay, I'm happy for you.
And even a few, it's usually like one.
Yeah, it's one, but they will give you this one example. You see, no, this is not okay. When you can count how many black dancer or Asian or even LGBTQ plus community dancer you have, that's the problem.
Yeah.
This is where the problem is.
Yeah.
So no, en fait, I don't know why I was going into dancer. I don't know why. What I was saying.
I like it.
I don't know. I'm lost now. But yeah.
Why do you dance now?
Alors, first of all, I would say mental health. Okay. Definitely. I'm so happy. I think you can feel it. I'm not the best dancer ever, and I don't care. I don't plan to be Beyoncé backup dancer, but Beyoncé, just in case you want an average dancer, I'm available. Just saying, girl.
That would be so cool.
But I don't plan. And also, I always say to my friends, we all pay the same price to this class. So I'm happy if you're one of the best dancer and you can do freestyle. I'm happy for you, but do not disrespect me, right? So that's why if you want to start in a dance studio and you can see people around you are so amazing and this gives you anxiety, you hobby should not give you anxiety. We all pay the same amount, so you can be the best dancer ever. It's not even my problem. Okay, we all equal. So if you don't want to be with a beginner or people who are average, I don't know, just create your own studio and go with professional. You see my point?
Yeah.
So that's why I really love going to dance for my mental health. But at the beginning, I started after the hospital and I was quite... still didn't have confidence. I was really sad. I was unsure. But that's why the mental should play here. And you need to tell you, we all pay the same amount. I just come and have fun and I'm cheering for everyone.
Yeah.
Because you can see some people is their first dance class, some people they're shy also. So you have some people that are regulars, whatever. You don't know what's going on behind closed door. You don't know what's going on into people's life, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know the effort and maybe the challenges they had to face to be there, to go to the dance class, the journey they have to take. Some people, they have the chance to live in central London, but some people, they live 2 hours from London.
Yeah.
They don't even live in London, so they do all this journey to go to class. And they don't do all this to be in the same room of people who are sassy and disrespectful. I don't agree. No, I'm against that. So that's why, the good energy I could give, I will do it. I will do it. I will be nice with everyone. And so for some people, this is weird. People, they might think that you're fake. This is their problem. I don't care. I know I am.
It's really refreshing.
Yeah. You have to. I think it's real. Life is already sad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, sometimes I was like, especially when I was starting and I was not very good, I would try to bond. And, people, they are really, like, I don't know, I just smile and then I just look away. And now that I'm getting a bit better, everybody wants to be my friend.
Exactement.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh, but apparence, so
it's crazy.
It's crazy when you're not that good. But after, to be fair, I didn't experience this because me, again, I'm not the best dancer ever. I dance, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even remember the routine, but I don't mind. I just post it on Instagram, and if you don't like it, you just swipe,
Yeah.
So, but that's true that me, I'm always cheering, I'm always talking. I'm unapologetic. If, for instance, I have the feeling the routine is too fast and I cannot follow properly, I just ask, can you please do it again?
Yeah.
With my beautiful French accent. But, I remember once I was in a class and the teacher was showing the steps. I think he showed it maybe twice or maybe, let's say, 3 times, and it was really fast. It was an advanced class, and he was like, oh, you get it? And I knew they didn't get it. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, we got it. And I'm like, no, we didn't. Can you please show me again? And after, some members of the class reached out to me and they told me, oh, thank you for always asking to repeat the steps because we are too shy to do it.
That's crazy.
You see? So that's why sometimes you need to speak up. But speak up doesn't mean being disrespectful.
Of course.
We need to speak up. Because I always say we all pay the same amount, which is true. But it's also for your mental health. Your hobby, and this actually should be in my book when I will finish it. Your hobby should not bring you anxiety.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not even your hobby. Your life should not bring you anxiety. Yeah. Your work should not bring you anxiety. Because I'm going to tell you something, Eileen. You're going to die, and life will just continue its course. I'm going to tell you that. People, they will be sad. Excuse me, I'm going to be really harsh, but I am a good person, folks. But you are going to die. People, they are going to be sad. If it's not your family, but let's say, entourage, they will be sad, but they will be fine in 6 months, and they will continue their life.
Yeah.
It's like when you lose someone, you tumbles, you're sad, you're depressed. For months, everyone is sending you messages, they check on you, you have attention, and after, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, people, they just get on with their life.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not bitter here, okay? But that's just life.
Yeah.
People have worries and they are not directly impacted. They are your friends. And that's what we do. We just focus on our own life, Mm-hmm. And you need to deal with your grief. So that's why it's not worth it. Like my sister would say, my baby sister, she would say, Amandine, it's not that deep.
That's so nice. That's amazing. So nice.
Yeah, really. She was like, Amandine, stop being dramatic. It's not that deep.
That's so true. Do you have inspirations or recommendations?
For dance, music?
Anything you want.
Okay, I won't do music because I think if my friends listen to this podcast, they will make fun of me because I don't know any new artist. No, so one of my friends told me about... Okay, I'm sorry for my community, folks. They told me about Megan Thee Stallion. I didn't know. I never heard about her. Yesterday, we went to a Korean restaurant and I saw like an autograph on the wall and I asked, who is that person? If I tell you, the restaurant stopped. Everyone looked at me like a girl. It was a girl from Blackpink.
Ah.
Yeah, apparently they're famous.
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't worry because I'm not like... It's because I knew someone who told me about them that I was like, oh.
Okay, well
yeah, I'm also terrible.
Yeah,
like, I work for movies just as background.
Yes.
But I don't really watch. films or theory, and I don't know any actor.
Yeah, no, you can be next to me. I'm like, yeah, okay for you.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
It's so bad.
We went to see, and also I'm not in this stardom where you can worship actors. Went to see like a stand-up show. He's a French comedian, really famous in France.
Who?
And he went to London. His name is Edgar-Yves. Yeah, you know him, right? And we went to see him, and we loved it. We loved it.
Yeah.
And after he was doing meet and greet, so we went to see him, talk, pictures. And I'm like, oh, you guys are in London? What are you doing after? And one of his entourage told me, no, we cannot tell. It's really disclosed. We need to be really private. I look at him, I'm like, bro, do you think I'm going to follow you? Just tell me where you're going. I don't care. I'm like, what do you think you are? I don't care. Do you think I'm going to follow you? I'm 38. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. But yeah, my inspiration. I'm really curious about history.
Okay.
This could go from, I would say, history of my country, history of France.
Mm-hmm.
I really like mythology. I like also Black history. For instance, in December during Christmas, I learned more about Bobby Seale, Fred Hampton, about the Black Panthers, because I realized that Amandine, at your big age, you know about the Black Panthers, obviously. I knew, but I never read a proper book or biography about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think my inspiration, it's more I was really, really close to my mom. She was my inspiration. Of course, she wasn't perfect, but she was one of my inspiration. My younger sister, we are really, really close, but she's also my inspiration. Even if sometimes she never smiles. I love her. But this woman never smiles, you know? She's just there, but I love her so much, you know? And we're 7 years apart, but she's such an inspiration for me. I'm so proud of her.
Huh.
I have so much friends, but I would say she's my sister from another mother. She lives in Paris. She's a photographer, and she's also an inspiration for me.
Mm-hmm.
We are the opposite. I'm such a princess. She's the opposite. I call her Babylon all the time. And even one of my good friends also, she's a photographer. And she was also my inspiration because she went through so many struggles. I'm so happy she's still here, you know, to talk about it. Where are my friends, my family? Even in the UK, if you have few friends, they are my inspiration. I prefer to get those inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
You know, books, movie, I love it. Don't get me wrong, and I read a lot, but I think it's more human being, their struggle when they went through, and their resilience. The fact that, you know, when I was at my lowest and really when I lost everything, I was really sad. I was saying, okay, why I'm here? What is the incentive of my life? What's the purpose of this life? And I see my friends, they struggle. I have like good friends in London, good friends actually I met when I used to live in Westminster. And she's so resilient. She was there for me and she's still there for me. And we became so close. She's my sister from another mother.
Mm.
So my friends are my inspiration. They are bringing me. And I think whatever our relationship, some friends I were really, really, really close to, when I was at my lowest, they were there. Now, unfortunately, we are less close, which is true. But I don't care, whatever. Because I know if they ring me, I will be there for them.
Yeah.
And even the way I see them, their growth, the way they are, I'm so happy. Even when I check their story, I'm so happy to see it. I will always like, you know, I'm not into those petty, no, I don't care. So them family, my childhood friends, I have my childhood friends since the age of 3, the same group. So we were 3 in kindergarten and we're still friends.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what we say, we have our family, you know, the blood one, but you build also your family.
Yeah.
My friend Jess, she's my sister. I don't want to have any problem, but Jess, we love Jess. She's the one.
Random questions of the end. What makes you laugh?
Ooh, everything. And that's why I don't have a good karma. When someone sleep or when someone, I'm laughing for stupid stuff. I think I'm really into. I won't know how to translate it, but potash, you know.
Yeah.
You know, someone who.
Someone falling.
When someone falling, someone who's being really, really sarcastic. I always say, you know, I have this... again, my younger sister is so funny because she doesn't even make joke, but she's like, she just happened to be there. So, sometimes people, they
I love that. Yeah.
they're not supposed to be there, but they just like, oh, I saw the light, so it just happened to be there. So now you have like people, they are so funny, so I can laugh about everything. That's why I have a bad karma,
Do you like to go to the supermarket?
Oh, non. Non, pas du tout. Franchement, okay, and this is not good, I would say. No, let's be honest, I'm not a hippie, so sometimes I'm ordering my grocery, but now actually with the health journey, I need to go to the supermarket because I need to do my steps.
If you could live a parallel life, what would you do?
I would like to eat and never gain weight. I would like to do all my shopping. I'm so superficial. Socialite, I would say. Socialite. Just socialite, organizing events, building relationship with people, making people connect, networking events. Socialite, yes.
If you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be?
By my mom, I would say, first of all. But someone famous?
It doesn't have to be, it can be your mom.
My mom, but someone famous or someone... Amy Winehouse.
Ah.
And I would have tell her, girl, do not touch heroin. Sorry. It's going to ruin your life. But Amy Winehouse, like, girl, you're just wasting your talent. And I think she was talented, but I wasn't that actually fan of her song. But Amy Winehouse, I think the way she died was so stupid. Stupid. Yeah, it would be her, yeah.
Do you have any dream for the future?
I would like to, so first of all, to finish my books, the 2 books. I would like to organize another book launch. I would like to build my own business where I will organize events, organize intellectual playground, where people will feel in a safe place and talk about what they want, their wish, topic like I was having lunch with friends earlier, and they talk about endometriose. I don't know how you say in English.
Montageline, Amandine is here speaking about endometriosis.
And I'm not affected, but I'm realizing many women, more and more women are affecting.
Yeah.
And I really want to facilitate a safe place to talk about those kind of topics. What is to be a Black woman in a society when, for instance, I have to travel somewhere, I need to check if it's suitable for Black people, for instance. This is a topic. Also, disabled people, like I have some little cousin, and they have some disability, and unfortunately it's not really visible on, you cannot
See it.
You cannot see it. And the fact that this is really disregard and the way people acting towards you, and sometimes you want to talk about it. Talking, like, facilitate a safe place, also for networking, also for just building friendship, because let's be honest, London is such an amazing city, but you can feel lonely.
Oh, yeah.
You can feel lonely, and that's why in London, many people, they go to the gym, they're doing so many activities, because that's the way you meet people, especially in your 30s. So facilitate conversation. Also, one of the main events I would like to organize for December, because everyone who knows me, they know that I always organize my Christmas party, but I want to organize a huge Uno tournament for Christmas.
Wow.
Yes.
We'll all be here.
Yeah. So yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Amandine.
Thank you, Eileen. Thank you for having me, anyway.